In this final lesson, we're going to place our very first trade on BETFAIR. Well, almost. We're going to paper trade it. And for this lesson, you're going to download the Starting Out Tennis Trading Guide and the paper trading template, which are under additional resources. So everything you've learned in the course is now going to be put into action, and we're going to work through that Starting Out Tennis Trading Guide. And this will help you keep on track and not miss out a critical step. So if you're ready, let's get going. So the first thing you've got to do is choose your strategy. Now in this beginner's course, we're going to use the back the favorite strategy. Absolutely critical before you do any trading that you have a strategy in place. Next, you go off to BETFAIR and you find the matches that fit your strategy. So with this one, we're looking for favorites with odds lower than 1.4. If you remember, it's because 1.4 is indicative of a 70% chance of winning. That, I have to say, is quite an arbitrary figure. I went with 70%. You may want to go with a higher percentage, let's say 80 or 85, and convert that back into the odds so that you're looking for the right matches. Then we head over to either ATP or WTA websites, depending on whether you're looking for men or women's matches. And here we're looking for the three key statistics for your players: the rank of the player, the service games won percentage, and their return games won percentage. And then the next step is really just filtering the information you've got so you can pick the best matches. Try not to go for a match where the favourite and the opponent have almost identical player stats, because that's going to be a close match. And now you grab the template, the paper trading template. And given the information that we've gathered so far, we're now preparing for our first trade. So let's go to that template and complete the details in the first few fields. So you've got the date. You're going to back the favourite because that's the strategy that we're playing. The reason we're completing this sheet at this point is because when the event happens, in this case it will be the favourite losing their service game, you need to act swiftly. So now you watch the match. If there is a video feed, watch a couple of games, 2 or 3 games. If not, then watch the graphical interface point by point. What you're trying to do here is get a feel for how the two players are playing. And the next step really occurs when the first event happens. So in this scenario, it will be the favourite losing their serve or losing the first set. And when this happens, you write down the odds for the favourite and the trade value that you would have used. And also write down the estimate of the odds on your second trade. So this is when the favourite breaks back. Typically that means it will go back to their starting odds. The reason for this is just simply a visual check. So if you're not being able to watch the match, then you'll be looking at the odds and the scores, and it's just much easier to notice that the odds have moved to where you want to place your second trade. So now you simply sit back and wait for the favourite to get back into the match, which is by breaking the opponent's serve. And when that happens, you write down the odds and then, using the hedging calculator on Net Profit website, calculate the trade value for your second trade. Of course, later on when you're trading for real on BETFAIR, you just hit their cash out feature. But of course, this doesn't always happen. Things do go wrong. Quite frequently, actually, the favourite may not break back, and at some point you're going to realise this is not going to happen. This second event is not going to happen. And when you come to that conclusion, trade out immediately. Write down the details on your template, and just remember, losing trades are part of tennis trading. And that is it. You've placed your first trade on BETFAIR. And the last thing to do on this one is just to see in this match if there's any other opportunities to trade that favourite. And if there is, go ahead. If not, then you look forward to your next match on your list. And that is the end of a very comprehensive introduction to tennis trading. So feel free to jump up and down, and now practice, practice, practice. And over time, your confidence will improve so much that you're ready to open up a BETFAIR account, put a small amount of money in, and start trading for real. So congratulations. You now have more knowledge than most traders ever have. Thank you for taking the course, and well done.